Hi there. Well, yes, they are saying that at this point the street is buckling. They are not calling this a collapse, but this is the same portion of street that did collapse back in 2014, and we're watching crews work here focused on the same side of the street. Again, this fence area along the south side of 26th Street. Now, you may remember the dramatic video that showed the collapse 4 years ago, sending 10 cars tumbling down an embankment and onto the CSX train tracks below. Now, neighbors told us back then that they'd called the city in the weeks before to report large cracks appearing in the pavement. And the day of that collapse, they said it appeared that the street and the cars on it were dropping inch by inch, and then in an instant, everything was gone. We spoke with a neighbor who says she fears that that will happen again.
So I'm out walking my dogs and see that once again it looks like the erosion that was such a disaster just a few blocks away, with the whole sidewalk collapsing along with cars, etc., onto the railroad tracks. It looks like it's happening here again, which to me is like, when that happened the first time a few years back, just a few blocks away, the city should have been on it and aware that whatever problems existed 2 blocks from here would probably be repeated here, but clearly no one did anything about it. So.
And somehow back in 2014, there weren't any injuries. No one was inside any of those cars, and no one was out on the sidewalk. So again, no one hurt back then, but neighbors again concerned that this street could collapse. And back in 2014, we watched as structural engineers came out and assessed the integrity of the surrounding roads and the surrounding buildings, telling us at that point that safety was their priority. And we did just get a statement from the city saying that is again their focus. They are focused on safety first and foremost. They're also coordinating with CSX because, of course, when the cars slid down the embankment 4 years ago, they landed on the train tracks and shut down train traffic. So a lot of factors still happening out here. You can see crews are working behind us, and we are hoping to speak with the city on camera in person to ask a few more questions this afternoon. And something else to note, back when this happened in 2014, there was heavy rain early on in the day, much like we're seeing today. So we will, of course, be asking if and how the weather played a factor in the street buckling now. But for now, reporting live in Charles Village, I'm Kimberly Eaton for WJZ.